Fire ahead.
Yeah, we're ready.
Was there a response like Dave yesterday?
Yeah, it's not something that we've done previously, other than when we've got midweek games anyway. But after Saturday, we reflected in a constructive way, and the boys were very honest. And certainly, from Ryan Williams to the younger element, we, as a manager and a coaching staff, we got positive answers, and certainly the boys were apologetic, if you like, about some of their performances, and when they recognised it wasn't good enough. And I feel that certainly players have got to roll their sleeves up. It's time for the correct response now.
How important do you think this game is tomorrow, given the context of where we are in the season?
All games are important. They're all important, aren't they? But I think when you suffer a defeat, and we have had a few before, is that you're looking for the right type of character. And things haven't gone as well as we want to in previous games, the last few games. We've ended up with a few draws, but prior to Saturday we were 7 unbeaten in the league. So I can't look too negatively, not too much negativity about it. But no one was more unhappy than me. I was fuming after the game because I believe I've got the best squad I've had since I've been here. And it shows again, though, at whatever level you're at, whether you're Arsene Wenger playing against Chelsea, or you're at any levels, is that you've got to defend correctly. And my defenders need to take responsibility. 1, to stop the cross, and 2, to engage a man when he goes in the box. It's simple, basic defending, and we've worked very hard on that in recent weeks. So that was even more annoying, because we've been working very hard on it. And Jones and Garner have been excellent in some games, in most. But on Saturday I was very unimpressed with the way that they went about their jobs as central defenders, and they need to step up. Simple.
Extra headache for you tomorrow night. Rob Duffy being suspended.
Yeah, that's a big. I spoke to Rob, and he's accumulated 5 bookings, and I felt sorry for him Saturday. I thought that was a very soft booking. The referee could have shown a bit more leniency there. I don't know why. I think he was trying to even it up a little bit, the ref, and it was a soft booking. So disappointed him to lose him. Yeah.
Presumably Carl Perry's got no chance still.
We're very doubtful that Carl's going to be able to participate in that game. So yeah, it leaves us without that presence up top in regards to height, certainly.
And also the 3 lads who've been banging the goals in, all 3 for the first time this season, are going to be missing.
That's right, and I'm glad you mentioned that. So that means somebody else has got to take responsibility of scoring a few goals. It's about time. And yeah, anybody takes goals out of you, you're going to miss them, right?
It seems good timing now that you've brought in some midfield players who've got that in their lock, the goal scoring ability.
Yeah, we're going to have to call on other people to be brave in the box and make runs off the ball and away from the ball, and have that energy to get inside the box and hopefully do what we know they can do, which is obviously contribute to a winning performance with all said and done.
In the circumstances and the fact that you've kind of gone with this 4-3-3 before, do you think that's probably what you'll end up doing tomorrow night for Gateshead? I'm
going to look at availability again, John.
Yeah.
I'll look at once the boys have trained today, and we'll walk through things again. And I've got a lot of players in the dressing room that care. A couple of them rang me last night, and and we had a discussion about obviously different bits and bobs. And one of the players' responses was that it ruins their weekend. Well, it ruins my weekend, it ruins the fans' weekend. So it shows that they care just as much as I do, and as much as the fans do. And they've done a lot of hard work this season so far, and the boys are certainly willing and honest people, and I enjoy working with them. Certainly, they're a good bunch of players, and it shows they care.
At least you won't have to be facing Daryl Clare.
No. Claire is I'm delighted. I've said it before. I can't say it any more times. The time Daryl was sent out was the fact is that he was being frustrated because Carl Perry and Rob Duffy were scoring goals. They were the first choice 2 partnership. As the chairman will tell you, I will tell you, we have to manage the books here. Is that the fact is that Daryl was allowed to go out for 2 reasons. One, because it's important that a centre forward who's come with a reputation goes out and gets an opportunity to play games. So when he comes back to us, let's hope he's firing still. And no one would be more delighted because I keep in contact with Daryl. We work with him, and he'll be in training today. I'm looking forward to seeing him. But at the time when he went out, we were flush with goal scorers. Circumstances certainly do change. I'm delighted that the man is banging in some goals, which is brilliant. And hopefully he'll come back to us and, as we said at the time, come back to us full of confidence. Let's hope he does.
What's the first game that you can actually bring him back to be involved in?
First week in January, depending on obviously the FA Cup with York. So we'll look at that situation. And, you know, we'll open and bring him back with open arms. No problem. That's all the players have done.
Fitness-wise, everyone else okay?
A few niggles, a few sore egos. But the players, you know, they were there. We had a good discussion yesterday. The boys, we spoke about various things that we've been through, and not just about one game. This is about careers as well, because when you're dealing with careers, you get people at different times in their careers, don't you? But we've certainly got enough experience in that dressing room, and certainly enough quality. I certainly do believe this is the best squad I've worked with at Mansfield, and I feel that the boys, you know, if they show their intelligence but also their commitment, we won't be far wrong. We're in a very healthy position in the league, and we've got to build on that.
What did you think was the kind of biggest problem, if you like, on Saturday? With, you know,
defending.
Yeah, just the defending.
We went to Crawley 2 weeks ago and had a magnificent victory. Any team in any league, and if you're going to be successful, you've got to have strong foundations. Our defence on Saturday was poor. In fact, didn't win enough first ball. We allowed Vieira to bully Garner and Jones, and I don't like signalling them out, but when they're on their game, they're absolutely outstanding. On Saturday, they weren't on their game. Heck allowed the boy to get down the side of him and put a crossing. I thought Bruffy did okay. He did alright. But again, we didn't, as a unit, you've got to defend as a unit. And any manager will tell you that, whatever level you're at. You watch Arsenal Chelsea yesterday, and there was a big difference in the qualities up, you know, right at the sharp edge. Sharp edge is where you win games, it's also where you lose games if you're not blunting the sharp edge.
Said themselves they're not in too bad a form.
No, they're doing fine. It's never an easy place to go. We've got a huge journey tomorrow, as we did on Saturday, and you know, it don't help. Of course, it doesn't help. But you've got to roll your sleeves up. You've got to show determination and character. And I think that's a factor in any game.
A very different kind of atmosphere for a football match as well, wasn't it? Almost like a park game, because you've been miles from the little scattering of people took to win the field.
Yeah, a lot can be said of that, but I'm not worried about that. It's a pitch. I want my players to go out and be expressive but determined and roll their sleeves up tomorrow. I think they've got to show the character, which we know they've got inside them. You know, they're a good bunch. But as I say, you know, you've got to have that fire in your belly.
Nobody else doubtful, is there, for tomorrow?
No, it'll be a full squad too. At the moment it is anyway, so we're training today. I don't believe that we haven't had any phone calls earlier this morning. There's a group training this morning, and there's a second group coming in lunchtime, and we'll go from there.
Are you tempted to pitch Gary Silk back in?
Gary Silk will play tomorrow.
He will play tomorrow.